Alright legends, in this video we continue building this RB30 GTR engine and get it ready to put into the GTR. Okay, so what are we doing? We've got a couple of main items I want to install in this episode. The first one being I want to, unfortunately I'm going to pull all this off because it's beautifully timed, ready to rock and roll. I've got to disconnect it all, damn it. Because I forgot to give the engine builder an upgraded crank trigger kit. So we're going to install that. It's the PRP one. It's the Platinum Race products. Their new sort of, well, slightly new Pro Series 36 minus 2 tooth, so 34 tooth crank trigger kit. It's like a high resolution setup. And then I'm going to run obviously a cam trigger kit as well. They both work together. Boom, ECU loves it. Happy days. Next one up is the a front LSD upgrade for this. So brand spanking new. So I've got the original one here. This is all going to be disconnected. I've got new bearings and stuff for the new one. All get installed on there, so that means I'll have really good front traction, and the fact that I've got the PRP brace, I'm not going to crack a block or anything, and it's going to be super saucy, super nice. A few other bits and pieces, engine mounts, a few little fittings around the sides and everything. So let's get stuck in, get this done. Okay, so next up, let's get this front LSD in. So a couple of things to sort of note, I guess, with the factory setup. So factory setup in the R32 GTR is an open style diff. So let's just assume, predominantly it runs rear wheel drive, the R32 GTR. As soon as it notices some slip on the rear wheels, it will put some, I guess, power. It'll send power over to the front wheels. But since it's an open diff, it'll normally only go to one of those wheels. So it's not that good for like full blown traction and big high horsepower. And you can notice that by look at the center of this. This is an open style front diff. So this isn't an LSD. Still got the original bearings attached to this, but I've taken the ring gear off. Now this is a 3J or Quaife style front LSD for the GTR. So it's a proper LSD. Once power goes to the front, it'll go to both front wheels, if you didn't know, and then you have much more grip, so you can, especially doing big launches and stuff like that. That's why it's important to put this a brace on the bottom of a RB26, 28, 30, 32, so when you do get all that traction, it doesn't twist and crack the block because of these puppies right here. So this is a beautiful piece of kit. Got nice new bearings to go on there, so we'll press those on in a second. They also do have, you do want to get with new bearings, bearing races. So there's a race in here that's been installed, and then there's a bearing race in there. So it's just so when the bearing sits in there, it's got a nice brand new surface. There are seals on both sides, one on that side and one on this side. They're already installed. So what I'm going to do next is literally press these on and then put this ring gear on, which is just a factory style one, keeps the gearing the same. And then you do have a shim that also helps to, because what happens is when you put this on, and you'll see when I install it, this pretty much clamps the whole system together, and hopefully our clearances by having the ring gear attached to the pinion and everything, hopefully that's all in factory specifications, because I would like to not have to order different shims. But let's see what happens. Okay, so front diff all sorted, happy days, love how that turned out. Next up is taking this ATI balancer off. Got to take off the cam belt and everything, keep it all top dead center, keep it all aligned, pull all this off so I can put on the PRP Pro Series trigger kit. Wish I didn't have to do this, but I'm doing it. I'll break all that down so you can see what's involved in that kit that they supply, which is super deluxe, super nice. Let's get stuck in. Alright legends, so here we are, we've got the 36 tooth trigger installed. I've opted to use the original Nitto hardened steel rear washer instead of this one here. Didn't really work with my alignments and everything. Anyway, put a couple of spacers, well, a couple of washers on the back of the sensor mount to get the center of the sensor in line with the center of all of these trigger points, trigger teeth. So that came up nicely, sensors all in. About to put the ATI balancer back on and then tension up everything, all top dead center. Happy days. Okay, trigger system all sorted. Happy with the way it came out. A little bit of a mission to install, but it's all done and ready to rock and roll. What's up next? We have this Bosch 140 amp alternator. Nice piece of kit. Anything from Bosch is generally pretty damn good. Brackets and everything to install, so let's get to it. Okay, so next up, the aircon pump. So many modifications. PRP do a nice bracket kit for the aircon pump, standard aircon pump on the RB engines. You keep the original bracket. This has all been sandblasted and coated, which is nice. So you keep the original bracket. I think it goes something like this, but it enables it to shift forward a little bit. And then we can share our auxiliary belts with, auxiliary belts with more auxiliaries, and it helps alleviate the potential of flicking the power steering pump belt off, which is known on the RBs. So let's get stuck into that. Okay, that wraps this up. So finally I've got this engine pretty much ready to rock and roll. I've got this gearbox to throw on in the next episode. So in the next episode, I'll attach this gearbox to where the clutch is, obviously. This has got a 1 to 4 par gear set with a Speedtech billet shifter, so that's really nice. I'll put it all together and then it goes into the GTR. I can't wait. Stay tuned, man.